Well, Jamie, now to It's Your Land, the Fox News investigation of property rights across the country. You know, 2 weeks ago, we brought you the story of the Rainville family farm up in Vermont. Our next guest also faces the potential loss of his family business from eminent domain. He is Jake Bono of the Bono Sawdust Supply Company in Queens, New York, which his grandfather founded in 1933. Jake, welcome to Fox News. I see you're wearing the flag upside down this morning.
Yes, Eric. This is the distress call, the Batman signal in the sky to the federal government that you have distressed Americans. This is not a disrespect to the flag. This flag should be upside down or placed upside down when your life or property is in jeopardy.
And you feel that now?
Absolutely. We in Willets Point have been faced with eminent domain, and the city of New York is trying to take over 250 businesses, 60-acre plot of land in Queens, New York, and basically they want to take our property and give it to another private person or another private entity.
And you don't want to give it up?
Absolutely no way. This is against everything that America is about. This is against the Constitution. You know, the Founding Fathers are turning over in their grave right now, and they see this is exactly what 230 years ago they tried to get away from King George giving the property to whoever he wanted, giving property to whoever he wanted to give it, taken from private citizen and giving it to another private citizen.
Yeah, but you know, the Supreme Court in 2005 ruled in the Kelo case that it is legal. It's legal for the government to come in, force the sale of someone's property, and to give it to somebody else.
Everybody makes mistakes, you know, and even on that big court case in Kelo, now 3 years later, the developer backed out, and they took those people's land for nothing. So that land that they fought so hard to get will remain as an empty piece of land, and all those people's lost their homes, their rights, and actually all Americans lost their rights that day for private property ownership.
Well, let's talk about what you faced. Willets Point is a 62-acre site in Queens, New York, right behind Citi Field, the Mets Stadium. And you know, we know what they say, it's a mess. I mean, you've got the streets, it's an industrial area, about 22 businesses don't want to sell, you among them, but about 64% have sold. Some people have made millions by selling it, and you know what the city says, the place has got to be cleaned up, and this is the way to do it.
Absolutely. You know, you can't put a price on somebody's rights. You can't put a price on freedom, and that's another thing. 64% haven't sold. The city is also lying on top of doing anything by any means necessary to take over our land. They release press releases where that isn't actually the true facts. And the only people who have sold is because they're threatened with eminent domain. They don't have the choice to say. Just because we are standing up for what is ours and what our rights are, they try to label us holdouts. But actually, all we're doing is sticking up for our rights and everyone else's rights.
And Jake, finally, you know, what happens if they do eminent domain you? I mean, they have the legal right to do that and offer you a fair compensation. They say property owners are being treated fairly. What happens if, indeed, your business, 1933, is eminent domained?
Well, some judge somewhere is going to have to look at all the facts, look at what eminent domain has gotten this country and this state so far, and the misuse of it, and have to see that it has to come to an end now. That, you know, eminent domain is not the answer. That's not what you do. You do not take private property and give to other private people. It was meant for road, highway, and that's not what's happening here.
All right, Jake Bono of the Bono Sawdust Supply Company has been in business for a long time. You want to try to still stay in business, so where you are exactly in Willets Point. Thank you, Jake.
Thank you.
And if you have concerns about private property or these type of issues, we want to know about it here at Fox News. We have our address. It's Your Land at foxnews.com. We're going all around the country investigating these stories, and we'll have a lot more in the coming months.